This is News 12, Varsity's Game Time. This evening from Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, it's the 2017 New Jersey State Wrestling Semifinals. The very best wrestling in the Garden State, and tonight in the semifinals will determine who will wrestle tomorrow in the championship bouts. Hello again, everyone. I'm Lou Brogno. Alongside on the call is Nick Garone, and we welcome you to Atlantic City. And it should be quite a night of high school wrestling. There are some surprises in the semifinals, but also we'll see some of the top wrestlers in the Garden State, no question. And Nick, you know, we're going to start at 106, and Dante Menino going for Gateway Woodbury. He's within the top 15 in the nation, and in the green is Sam Alvarez of St. Joe's Regional. He's 31-1, and Menino is 43-0 on the year.
Well, this was the big matchup. People were speaking about this matchup early on. Number 10 in the country versus number 12. You know, and it doesn't get any bigger than this. New Jersey State Championships are not just big championships in our area in the Northeast. This is one of the most prestigious state championships in the United States. You have some of the best wrestling, and I really think we're going to be in for a treat here. And this should be a really tactical matchup between Alvarez and Menino.
Menino, the number one seed at 106. He came in undefeated, and obviously he's won his first two bouts here, 43-0. What a season it has been. And he won by a major decision by the score of 13-2 to defeat Tom Cole of Washington Township, and then defeated Tyler Kinski of Middletown North by the score of 7-5, and then 3-2 decision, defeating Justin Beardumful of Don Bosco.
And Beard, let me tell you something. Beardumful is a stud. I've got an opportunity to see him around the country and working on different things and beating some very, very good people. So that's a big win.
Meanwhile, Alvarez, he won by decision 4-3 over Nick Babin of Emerson Park Ridge, and then by technical fall against Nico Messina of Freehold Borough, and then won 5-0 in a decision over Nick Schutzenhofer of Christian Brothers Academy. So he comes into this one 31-1, just 15 seconds remaining in this first period. And really neither wrestler just kind of feeling each other out right now,
absolutely.
Right?
This first period, when you have two very, very good wrestlers, they're going to feel each other out. They're going to hand fight. They're going to get each other out of position. And that first period sometimes ends up like it's going to end up right now, 0-0, Lou.
Yeah, no score after the first at 106 pounds. Again, not Dante Menino of Gateway Woodbury in South Jersey. That's a South Jersey school. He's 43-0. And then, of course, Alvarez out of St. Joe's Montvale, up in North Jersey, way up in northern Bergen County, almost on the New York State border.
Well, you know, Menino, 43-0. I mean, 43-0. I mean, that's as big as it gets. And you know what? Alvarez just gets an escape there. But Menino being 43-0, you have to understand, he doesn't know how to lose. He's going to fight to the very finish. Sometimes that's a detriment, though, because when you're 43-0 and you're in a tight match with somebody that's a stud like Alvarez, what happens is you know, you get in positions you haven't been in all year because you've dominated.
Well, Alvarez, as you said, got that first point here of the match, getting the escape. So he's up 1-0, but a long way to go. Minute 25 here in this second period.
Right now, you know, it seems that, you know, Menino, they're trying to set him up. He has that, you know, that elbow tie right there. He needs to pass that by and get a single or a double. He has the tie-up he wants. He usually scores off of that.
Reminder, tomorrow afternoon, the state finals here from Boardwalk Hall, and you'll see it right here on News 12 Varsity's Game Time. And always an exciting weekend here in Atlantic City for the state wrestling tournament. It's almost a sellout here at historic Boardwalk Hall.
You know, you think about it, some of the great athletes that have performed in Boardwalk Hall, you know, the big time fights, you know, the big time events here. And, you know, these kids have a great opportunity every year to showcase their talents. A lot of these kids don't come from the same area. So what happens is you're seeing a guy and you're hearing about a guy all year. You're hearing, oh, this guy's undefeated. Nice shot. Menino in on a nice single leg. Alvarez is coming around the corners trying to get that foot in. If he gets that foot in on Menino, which Menino went into a nice funk move and turns it, if he can get that leg in, Alvarez is tough, though. Right now, they're in a funk position, and Alvarez wants to get his head out, which he's trying to do. And Menino, and if he turns towards the head and catches Menino, he's in trouble right now.
Well, there's only 1 second, though, left in the period.
Wow.
And, yeah, the clock saved him there.
Let me tell you how big that first point is, Lou, from Alvarez. If Menino gets out and it's 1-1, in the sudden victory overtime, because Alvarez scored first, Alvarez will get the choice to go down or top. And that's big, because if you're good on bottom and you get out on people, you're going to take down and you're going to get out and win it. So in other words, he will have the choice if we go to sudden death, because he did score first.
All right, well, we go to the third period here. And Alvarez on top.
Ooh, reversal would be big if he could get this. Menino has the leg. I can tell you right now, he's guaranteed at least a 1 neutral, even if he doesn't get that reversal, because Alvarez has lost control. Oh, that was big.
So he gets the point. We're tied at 1. 1:38 left.
Now, if you think about this, you got 10 in the country versus 12 in the country in the semifinals of a state championship. I mean, that's incredible. You'd have to travel all across the country, maybe to a national tournament to see this, and we're getting to see it right here in Boardwalk Hall.
A 1:20 left. Next point, obviously, is crucial. Down to 105.
You know, Lou, as I'm watching these guys move around in their stance, there's a minute left. You know, Menino, both these guys have to go after one another if they want to win this match. And you don't really want to leave it up to an overtime situation. You want to get it done in regulation. You want to move on. And let me tell you, I love the semifinals at championships. I love it because this is, even though they're already guaranteed a state place finish, this is like a blood round in itself, because it's either you're a finalist or you're in the wrestlebacks. And the wrestlebacks, then you're wrestling a couple more times. Your whole head is down. Sometimes you get upset in the wrestlebacks because you know you can't win it.
25
Oh,
seconds
nice
left.
duck under by Menino. Can he finish here? Oh, he's got that leg. Can he finish on Alvarez?
He's got just 18 seconds. Menino trying to remain undefeated.
Alvarez is tough.
5 seconds. And the time expires.
Wow, that was an unbelievable finish in regulation. Menino had the leg. It looked like it was a for sure takedown. And Alvarez goes into a funk position and makes it and pushes it into overtime. Unbelievable wrestling right there by these two young men.
Undefeated Dante Menino now. We go into overtime. 45 seconds. We're tied at 1.
This is a fantastic match. I mean, I tell you, I'm very impressed. Ooh, nice shot. Nice defense by Menino.
30 seconds remaining in OT.
Another good shot. Another good shot. Oh, Alvarez with the takedown.
Oh.
He beats an undefeated wrestler. Unbelievable. Alvarez is moving on to the state finals, Lou.
Menino, his first loss of the season, as he goes to 43-1, and Alvarez, excited as you might expect, goes to 32-1 and heads to the finals from St. Joe's Montvale.
That was a good one. Lou, we were very, very, honored. I'm honored just to watch these guys wrestle and bang it out. And Alvarez, what a match by Alvarez. Unbelievable.
So we're awaiting the start here. Howard for Bergen Catholic, 33-2 on the year. The number 10 seed, Robert Howard, he won 31-2 in his first round, and a decision 9-2 in the second, and a decision 4-1 against Joe Manchio of Seneca. There's a decision 5-4. Now, Manchio last year won it at 106. He was the champion at 106 pounds, but he does not get to the semifinals this time. So Ventresca of Pope John, Robert Howard of Bergen Catholic in a 113-pound bracket.
You know, if you think about this, that's why you can never go by seeds. Here we have number 10 versus number 11 seeds. And you know what? Sometimes it doesn't come down to who beat who head-to-head. It comes down on points. And a lot of guys that get the first number 1, number 2 seed aren't always the best guys. And, you know, sometimes that is the case, but sometimes it's not. And in this case, we got 2 guys that were not seeded in the top 8 in New Jersey in the semifinals right now, which is, I love things like this, Lou. I just love it.
Well, Ventresca won his first round, major decision, 13-0. Then he won by fall, defeating Mark Montgomery of Roselle Park in 41 seconds. He pinned him. And then a major decision, 9-1. And Robert Howard, as you can see, 33-2 on the year, and Eddie Ventresca, 38-4. No score here. 1:05 remaining in the first period here. Ventresca and Howard. This is the 4th time they have wrestled against each other this season.
Wow. I'll tell you right now, that's a scary thing. When you wrestle somebody and you beat them continually, they get better. They learn what you do. They learn what your little intricacies are. They learn what your setups are. And what happens is then it's harder for them to beat you 4, 5, 6 times. You know, the only guy that I've ever seen do that numerous times, 8, 9, 10 times, is Kyle Dake versus David Taylor from Penn State, because Dake is a stud, and he's got David Taylor's number. Think about this, Lou. Ventresca has 4 losses, 3 of them versus
That's right.
Howard.
Absolutely.
You know, without Howard, he's
Right.
37-1.
Right. And so you know Ventresca.
41-1. I'm sorry, Lou.
I mean, obviously both wrestlers want to win this badly, but Ventresca's probably got a little bit extra juice in this one.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And, you know, I really like the way Howard is using some setups and everything. He's got that nice club into an arm drag. Clubs that head, comes into an arm drag. He almost took Ventresca down a couple times with it. But, you know, we haven't seen their previous matches. That could have been what he took him down with. And Ventresca, he says, not this time, pal.
All right, so the first period ends scoreless between Pope John's Eddie Ventresca and Bergen Catholic's Robert Howard.
Oh, he's got that tilt. He's got that cross wrist tilt. Let's see if he can capitalize. No. Ventresca again comes back to his base. Think about what we're witnessing here. You know, the first match, 1-1, overtime.
Right.
Now we're going into the second period as we go into a blood timeout right now. Now we got 0-0 in the second period with our 113-pound final. This is how good these guys are. Sometimes it's not a matter of 7, 8 points or a tech or a fall. What it comes down to, inches. It comes down to inches. You set that takedown up, you get a takedown, you end up getting the one takedown might be the only time you score on that guy.
The winner of this bout will get either Antonio Menino, who's the number 1 seed out of Gateway Woodbury, or Seth Henry of Highland Regional, who's a big surprise, 34-5 on the year, the number 5 seed. So the blood timeout is over and will resume here with 1:39 remaining in the second period, with Howard taking the top.
Nope, puts those boots in. You know, if he's a good leg rider, it's very difficult. You got to keep that leg out like Ventresca just did. You know, think about Menino, the Menino boys, Antonio and Dante. You think they're Irish?
Twin brothers, of course, and boy, what great careers they have had. And of course, the upset, in case you're just joining us, Dante Menino upset at 106 and will not advance to the finals. That was quite an effort by Sammy Alvarez of St. Joe's Montvale.
Howard riding tough on top against Ventresca. Really, he's all over him.
Of course, Robert Howard from that Bergen Catholic program, one of the top programs year in and year out in the nation. The Crusaders routinely, with many wrestlers on their roster ranked in the nation in the top 10. Still no score here in this one. 40 seconds left.
You know, this point is crucial for Van Treska. Crucial. He has to score a point because I could pretty much bet that he's going to have a very difficult time scoring takedowns. As he gets the one, as soon as I say it, he comes up with a big point. But Van Treska had to get that point because it's very difficult to score on Howard. So if you don't at least get that neutral, you really are going to have a tough third period. Big point right there.
So Van Treska has a 1-0 lead here with 20 seconds remaining in the second, and both wrestlers out of the circle. Final 15 seconds of period 2.
Nice shot by Howard. Can he finish? If he can get that Turk in with 4 seconds left, Van Treska has to keep that crotch grab in there. He has to have that in there, and he does. That was crucial. I mean, let me tell you, Van Treska held on right there, and that was so important. That could have put it out of reach. He gets a takedown and then gets out in the third period, 3-1. Now he needs a takedown just to tie it up. Van Treska dodges a bullet right there, Lou.
So the score 1-0 as we enter the third and final period as Van Treska takes the top. Pretty good balance there by Howard, huh?
No kid. I mean, you teach your kids when you're on bottom, if a guy tries to mat return you, try to stay on your feet. Never go right back down to your stomach. That's textbook stuff right there by Howard. Staying on his feet, making it difficult to hold him down, and eventually, if you can do that enough, eventually the guy doesn't even want to try to hold you. He'll just cut you, and that's what Van Treska did. Also, if you don't try a mat return, and Van Treska doesn't try to mat return him, what happens is if you're there for 5 seconds, Lou, we both know this, you're going to get banged with a stalling warning.
Well, a minute 19 remaining, and this one is tied at 1. Very similar to the bout we just saw at 106.
It's amazing.
And both wrestlers again out.
Howard uses that club, that fake. It's a nice little fake shot, but off of that, you know, you got to chain wrestle. 1 or 2 moves in a row. Ooh, nice attempt at a knee pull. Then he tried to, and he gets it. Van Treska tried to get out of bounds. But you know what? Van Treska started that action. Came in with a possible knee pull. He defended it very nicely, Howard. And then he came around on a single, and then Howard just shrugged him by and got the 2 himself. Beautiful, beautiful work by Howard.
Huge points for Robert Howard as he goes up 3-1 now with just 40 seconds left in the third period. And again, both wrestlers out. Right now, Howard seems to be asserting himself in this third period.
Van Treska has to have a sense of urgency right now, Lou. He has to have a sense of urgency. He's got to get a quick point so he gives himself a chance at the end to get a takedown. Or a reversal would do it. And right now, Howard is riding a little high, but he adjusts his hips and he gets back into position.
You're down to 20 seconds, and again, both wrestlers go out. Well, Van Treska's got to make something happen here. 19 seconds remaining. He's down by 2.
Howard continues to ride tough on top.
You're down to 10 seconds left. And right now, Howard is just checking out the clock as he is on top of Van Treska, and that will do it. Robert Howard wins by decision, and he wins it, and will move on to the finals. From Bergen Catholic, he improves to 34-2 on the year.
And makes it 4 in a row for him. Good job to Robert Howard.
He wins 3-1 by decision. Ventresca, just his 5th loss of the year, but as we said, his 4th loss to Howard. So we go to 120 pounds upcoming next, and this should be an outstanding matchup. Joe Heilman of South Plainfield, who is 45-1, going up against one of the top wrestlers in the nation, Patrick Glory of Del Barton. He's undefeated, 43-0. He's got 29 pins and 22 victories in the first period.
Let me tell you, I am so excited personally, not just as a commentator or an analyst. I'm so excited to watch Patrick Glory. Nothing to take away, 45-1. And Hellman, God bless him. I mean, he's a stud in every sense of the word. But Patrick Glory is a special wrestler. He took second 2 years in a row. So he's looking to get on top of the podium this year. But what he did do on the offseason, he won the Super 32s, which is kind of like the national championship, won that tournament, and that tournament is a hammer tournament. Won it, and he's currently ranked #1 in the country at 120 pounds,
Right,
Lou.
2-time Beast of the East champion as well. So Patrick Glory, now this is try to follow this at home, folks, because basically Del Barton and South Plainfield have the same school colors, green. So Patrick Glory is... he's got like the green bottoms to his
little side
to his
panels,
outfit, if you will. On the side, he's got a big D on his chest, which is the Del Barton green wave, the wave inside the D. So here we go. We'll keep you caught up here on Patrick Glory and Joe Heilman. Between them, are you ready? They're 88-1.
Unbelievable. And that's not easy to do in New Jersey, I'll tell you that much.
Well, Patrick Glory, #1 seed, of course, and he won by pin over Richard Halala Bergen Catholic in 1:03. Then he defeated Norberto Torres of Perth Amboy, pinned him in 1:07. Then a major decision over Edison Echeverria of Delsey, 10-0. That's how things have gone for him in this tournament. Joe Heilman of South Plainfield, major decision, 13-3 over Al DeSantis of Shore Regional. Then a major decision, 12-1 over Matt Armento of Queen of Peace. And then he won also in the quarters. So right now, no score with a minute remaining in the first.
Some real good defense by Heilman. Heilman, let me tell you, he was dead to rights. Pat Glory was in on an unbelievable shot, came up in a pop and post position. Now he's in on another single leg. If he can table it, turns the corner real well, real quick. That's what you do. That's how you score a takedown right away. You get in on that leg, you turn that corner, and you immediately finish. You can't hang on. You can't just sit there, because against a real tough wrestler, he's going to defend, he's going to come out and face you, and he's going to make your life miserable.
So Pat Glory on top. What a great name for a wrestler, right? Pat.
That's a great name.
Can't make that up, right?
You got to be good with a name like Pat Glory, too. Yeah, Pat Glory. You can't lose all the time, Lou, with a name like that.
Yeah, he certainly hasn't experienced much of that, right? 43-0 this year.
No doubt about it. Oh, he's looking for that tilt. Can he get a tilt? Almost. He's got to get that position. Up, he got one swipe, one. There he goes. He's definitely got two. Can he get a 5 count? Oh, he came out of criteria. He definitely has 2 back points. Can he get that third? Oh, he gave him the 3.
Wow. Okay,
Maybe
it goes up 5-0 here.
I might have missed this 1 swipe or 2 swipes, but it looked to me as if he only got 3-4 swipes in.
So Glory right now in the lead, 5-0 here in the first. It's been a strong first period.
A little bit different of a match, which was pretty much expected. Pat Glory, being ranked first in the country at this weight, compared to the first 2 matches, which were barn burners.
So second period begins with Glory right now in control. He's up by 5-0 against Joe Heilman of South Plainfield. He's had a brilliant season in his own right for the Tigers.
Nice, beautiful attempt at a knee pull. Couldn't finish it, but nice knee pull. attempt by Glory.
He gets a point. It's 6-0 Glory. You know, as you watch Glory wrestle here, Nick, what makes him so tough from what you can see so far? What?
Well, there's a couple of things. Number one, he is constantly looking to score points, just like that. You get Hyman coming in on a nice little takedown attempt, and Glory is looking to either counter or a shot-reshot, which is immediately trying to take him down. But what I really like about Pat Glory is that he's constantly setting his opponent up. He will not cave in on tie-ups. He always wants his tie-up, and if he doesn't like the tie-up, some people will not. They don't really care. They'll give the other wrestler a tie-up. He will not do that. He's very, very disciplined. Right now, nice butt drag and gets a takedown on Howman. But he's very disciplined. Makes sure he gets his own tie-ups, and then what he does is he goes to work on using setups. And it's like, it's really like a chess match out there, Lou. Some people look at wrestling like a brute sport. It's all strength and this and that thing. It really is like a tactical chess match. One guy does one thing, you're pulling him one way to make him do a thing, to make another move. And it's all setups. And Pat Glory is fantastic at setting his opponents up into shots and what he does best.
Well, right now, he's in complete command. He's up 8-0 with 33 seconds remaining in the second period. Right now, he's thinking major decision at least.
Well, he's got a major right now, Lou. So, but you're right. He's thinking, let me keep him down. Let me keep that 8-point lead. You're absolutely right. Oh, if he gets this turn right here, which it looks like he is. Oh, only one swipe. No two swipes on that.
Good job by Heilman to stay tough there. You're down at 10 seconds now left in the second.
I tell you, I think that was a little premature on that stalling warning. You got Pat Glory on top as we come to the end of the second period, 8-0 for Pat Glory. He hit him with a warning. The referee hit Hellman with a warning. Really, he was defending legs. He comes out to a neutral position on bottom, and he immediately gets hit with a stalling caution. Nice little throw-by attempt on that underhook for Pat Glory.
A minute 45 left. You're in the third. And Glory up 8-0. Looking to go 44-0 on the year. Heilman. And another 2 points for Glory there as he tacks on 2 more. It's 10-0. So it's 10-0, minute 27 left. Glory trying to head to the finals. It'll either be Joe Aragona of Pope John or the big surprise, Chris Caban of Lodi, a number 15 seed, by the way, who has gotten himself into the semifinals. But it certainly will be a tough assignment for either Aragona or Caban to take on Glory tomorrow afternoon.
Glory has that cradle locked up. Can he score with it? Looks like they're on the edge. Doesn't look like he's going to get points out of that. But as we were looking at that action, having him get that... Pat Glory almost had that cradle locked up on the edge. But I'll tell you, as he was on the edge and he bellied back out, the referee hit him with another stalling caution, and that was 1 point for Glory. So it's 11-0 right now. And let me tell you, I know Pat Glory's looking for that tech fall, another 4 points to get that tech fall. He wants to dominate every one he goes out on the mat against.
54 seconds left here in this third period. And Glory up by 11. And 2 points for Glory again. He's up 13-0. Glory,
Oh,
he's trying to,
get that little cheap tilt, and he does.
yeah, and he does. And he wins it 15-0. That's it. 34 seconds left in the third period, and it's all over.
15-0, if you think about it. Those two could have very well been in the finals together. 45-1 with Hellman getting a 4 seed. He could have been the 3rd seed on the other side of the bracket. That could have been the finals. And Pat Glory, listen, all due respect, 45-1. What a season for Hellman. Unbelievable. But Pat Glory is obviously at another level, Lou.
Yeah, Glory by technical fall was 15-0. I mean, that's a dominant performance in the semifinals. No question about it. We go to 126 pounds, and our next bout at 126 will be Anthony Duca of Paulsboro going up against Kyle Slendorn of Howell. So here we go, 126 pounds. So Slendorn, and these two guys are going right at it.
Duca gets that leg up nice and high, hit that single leg. He's on a mission. I mean, let me tell you, I was told that Duca, prior to doing the telecast, I was told that Duca is a machine. He keeps coming at you for 6 straight minutes.
Well, he, as we said, 42-3 on the year. And Paulsboro routinely sends wrestlers to the semifinals, to the finals. South Jersey power in wrestling. And Duca, another outstanding example of that. And he's got a 2-0 lead early on. Minute 10 remaining in this first period at 126 pounds. In front of a packed house here at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. I mean, if you like wrestling, this is the weekend for you here in New Jersey. No,
you're in all your glory right now. Pat glory, that is. No, you're in all your glory if you're a wrestling fan in New Jersey. People build their whole year around this event. Every single year, this is what they do.
So 45 seconds. Whoa.
Oh!
Duca in trouble.
Unbelievable reversal by Slendorn. I mean, it couldn't come at a better time with 30 seconds left on the clock. He gets that reversal on Duca. Ties this match up.
Wow. We're tied at 2. And I'm sure you heard the roar from the crowd because Duca was really controlling the match up to that point. And all of a sudden, Slendorn just pulled that out of the hat.
Doesn't really surprise me, though, Lou, because, Slendorn to beat Metzler was a big, big feat, and he's a experienced wrestler and nice mat return, but he has to stay tight right here. 10 seconds left. He has to keep this at a tie. That's very important right here for Slendorn.
5 seconds remaining here in the first. And we've got a good bout here at 126 pounds. Slendorn and Duca tied at 2.
Another barn burner here. I mean, I'm really, you get a chance every year to really get a chance to see the best kids in the state at this event. And I love this event because not only a lot of New Jersey wrestlers aren't just dominant in their state or very excellent wrestlers in their state. A lot of these kids do well on the national level when they go to national events. As Duca tries to get out right here, he's going for that little padlock, and he gets it. Slendorn keeps his position.
It's 3-2.
Slendorn comes up with a big escape there, but he almost had the reversal. A lot of people didn't like it. They thought he had the reversal, but it was a good call by the officials.
Slendorn up by a point, 3-2. A minute and a half remaining in the second period. Kyle Slendorn trying to continue his surprising rise towards the finals. But a long way to go. Duca's a tough cookie out there. And Slendorn picks up 2 more points.
Let me, heard a lot of things about Duca, heard that even though, believe it or not, Slendorn, 44-1, the big talk going into this match was Duca, how he was a machine, he was attacked, he was very high-intensity wrestler. And Slendorn has that half right now, almost had that half, has a leg in, and he is just looking like a machine in his own right.
He's up 5-2, 45 seconds remaining in this second period. Right now, Slendorn in control on top here. 20 seconds left in the period. And both wrestlers out of the circle there. So for Duca, he gets a second wind here, if you will. Slendorn on top with 15 seconds left in the second period. And Slendorn out of Howell Township. Outstanding career with the Rebels there. 5 seconds left in the period, and that will do it in the second period. And Kyle Slendorn has a 3-point lead heading into the third and final period. So now Duca, he's got to make some things happen.
Duca chose his feet in the third period, which I think is good because he took Slendorn right down. Here he is in on a really nice shot. Can he score? But Slendorn is just, he's so tough. He has a leg and he puts a leg in and scores off of Duca's shot. That's big.
7-2, Slendorn up by 5.
Slendorn looking tough.
Now the winner here will get either Nick Ramo of Hanover Park or Dan Percolay of DePaul. I've
had, while we have a little break of the action, I've had an opportunity to see Nick Ramo. Nick Ramo, he's a real tough customer. I mean, he's one of the best wrestlers in the United States, no lie. You know, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's just all these guys are in the mix, not just here locally, but also nationally.
Ramo, I believe, is up in his match.
Look at this. Slendorn is just unbelievable. I mean, he's almost reversed by Duca. Looks like he's dead to rights. And then he almost comes up on top and gets back points on Duca.
Well, a minute 14 remaining here.
Duca's got to look for one. I wouldn't look for a reversal because a reversal is not going to help you. I'd look for one and something big here with a minute left. As Slendorn puts in a leg and almost has back points on Duca. Can he get past that 90 degree?
50 seconds left in the third period. Kyle Slendorn trying to run his record to 45-1. And right now he's in cruise control with 30 seconds left. He's up by 5, 7-2. Ten seconds left.
Kyle Slendorn, the number 7 seed, continues his dominance coming up into the finals, and he's going to have Nick Ramo in the finals. That's going to be some match.
And Nick Ramo won his match. Kyle Slendorn wins his 7-2 over Anthony Duca of Paulsboro. Slendorn improves to 45-1 on the year. He's on his way to the state final tomorrow afternoon at 126 pounds. We go now 132 pounds coming up next, and this should be a very good matchup here. It'll be John Berger of New Milford, who's 42-1 on the year, and Giovanni Gione of Brick Memorial, who is 38-0. So Gione of Brick Memorial, 4th in the state last year at 120. and a state runner-up at 113 as a sophomore. And as we said this year, he is flying. Now he won by a pin in his first bout in 40 seconds, pinned in his second bout at 1:03, and then won by decision 7-3 over Ray Welsel of Queen of Peace. Meanwhile, Berger he also has a pin in this tournament. He won by decision 6-0, by pin 3:22 in 3 minutes and 22 seconds, and then by decision 3-1 over Joey Perez of Paulsboro. So Berger 42-1, and Gion at 38-0.
Gion scored on that takedown on the edge. You know, you're told not to reach back in wrestling, but apparently Berger worked for Berger right there. Gets his point. Nice low shot, defended nicely by Berger.
You're 1:05 remaining in the first, both wrestlers out.
Gion is no stranger to the stand here in the Jersey State Championships. Two-time, like you had mentioned, two-time state place winner.
It's 2-1 the score here. Gion up by a point. Brick Memorial, of course, one of the great wrestling programs in the state of New Jersey. The Mustangs, year in and year out, at the top of the short conference, with the likes of Jackson Memorial, which is usually there as well. So many outstanding wrestlers come out of that short conference. John Berger out of New Milford, out of northern New Jersey, Bergen County. Berger coming in the 4th seed. Gion the top seed here, 132.
Berger tried that little throw at the edge, and Gion came across and got an underhook and kind of pulled him out of bounds with it, but was both trying to throw each other on the edge.
10 seconds left in the first. And a very close match so far, 2-1. And period 1 comes to an end. Well, Berger hanging tough there with the tough undefeated Giovanni Gion.
42-1, Berger. You know, he believes he should be here. And that's a big part of getting to the finals, Lou. Believing that you belong, believing that you're the best in the state. Not just saying it verbally. A lot of people say, I want to be a state champ. I wanted to. But I really believe that Berger and Gion are really feeling their hearts and soul. I belong there. I want to get to the top of that podium. As Gion gets his escape.
3-1. Minute 34 left in the second. Both the wrestlers right now up high, trying to get position.
Oh, nice shot.
Oh, there you
nice
go.
Shot by Berger. Beautiful high crotch. Can he finish it, though?
A minute left.
That was unbelievable. He got nice and deep.
Down to 45 seconds left in period 1. Excuse me, period 2.
You know, you have two dynamics working here, Lou. You have Berger, he gets a takedown, he ties it up. Gion gets a takedown, and he can pretty much put it out of reach.
Right. 30 seconds. $20 seconds left in the second. Berger going low. Five seconds left in the period. And period comes to an end. So we go to the third period. And undefeated Giovanni Gion of Brick Memorial with a 3-1 lead. And Berger chooses to be on top this time. Minute 45 left to this third period at 132 pounds.
Guillaume gets that padlock on that ankle on Berger. Berger's just trying to clear legs right now, get some hand control, get his hips freed, and almost sits out, turns in. But, and gets his escape. Now we are in a match right here. Minute 30, 3-2 Guillaume. This is for all the marbles here, Lou.
Down to 120 remaining. Guillaume's only got that 1 point lead. Very slim advantage here. Berger has been tough. Down to 105. Winner gets either Rob Garcia of Pope John or Quinn Kinner of Kingsway, by the way, tomorrow.
Just under a minute here. Berger needs to start setting this up and really make a move here. He cannot hold back. He's got to pull the trigger now.
You're down to 40 seconds left. $20 seconds left. Both wrestlers are out. Just 13 seconds left. Can Berger tie it up? Let's see.
Berger better go for something, and he better go quickly.
He dives in. 5 seconds, though. And that will do it. And it was a hard-fought battle, but Giovanni Gione wins it by 1 point.
It's a really solid match by both wrestlers. Give Berger a lot of credit. He laid it all on the line.
So Jake Benner, 43-1. He has had a terrific year for the Spartans of Ocean Township. He came in the number 3 seed, won by major decision 11-2 over Brett Bodner of St. Augustine Prep. Then won by decision 3-2 over Shane Kobus. And then by decision 3-1 over Evan DeLuise of Don Bosco. Tom DiGiovanni, well, he came in the number 10 seed. He won by decision 5-4, then by decision 7-2, and decision 10-8 over Travis Layton of Woodstown. So it is DiGiovanni, 39-3, Jake Benner, 43-1 of Ocean Township at 138.
Not taking anything away from DiGiovanni because, like I said, he's had a great tournament, made it to the semifinals of the state tournament, but a lot of people thought the winner of DeLuise and Benner would be in the final. So let's see what Benner can do here. Benner did not place last year, Lou. He was not a state place winner, but he's had a fantastic season at 43-1, and he's had a great tournament up here, beating a very, very tough Evan Louise. Nice swing single. Oh! Thought that he was going to get hit with a headlock being on that knee on his knees. Another swing single. Can he get it up? He gets it up in the air. Let's see if he finishes on this. Oh, nice. Sweeps that leg out and gets the 2. Immediately puts that leg in.
So Benner up by 2. It's 2-0, 35 seconds remaining in the first, and both wrestlers are out. The winners of this one will take on either Gerard Angelo of Bergen Catholic or Rob Cleary of Bound Brook. Either way, tough challenge in the finals, but they're not worried about that right now. Right now, they're only concerned with this semifinal here. Benner of Ocean Township looking for his 44th victory of the year, and DiGiovanni looking for victory number 40. Right now, Benner has a 2-0 lead, and gets the pin.
Unbelievable.
Benner gets the fall with 8 seconds left in the first period.
Unbelievable. Benner is a stud. That's big time right there. I thought that was a fast call, though, on that pin. But regardless, Benner is in the finals in spectacular fashion. Let me tell you, sometimes when you're doing an event like this and you have all these wrestlers around and these great wrestlers, and you're in a situation where two of them have very similar singlets, same colors, actually, sometimes you tend to make a mistake. We misspoke. Berger won this, ended up winning the match. I think we called it correctly, but I think we announced the winner the wrong way. So we do apologize to Berger. In a great match, wrestled an awesome match, but it was Berger.
It was Berger who won. Berger won by decision, 3-2.
Not Giovanni.
Not
Gion.
Giovanni Gion. For Gion, it was his first loss of the season, and
John Berger. John, when
sometimes they mix up the scores on the
they also
on the
the anklets. And let me tell you, it's an honest mistake. But let me just tell you, John, when you do watch this, we apologize, buddy. Great job. Good luck tomorrow. And that was John Berger who won in that semifinal matchup.
Out of
Sorry
New
about
Milford,
that.
we saw him celebrate at the end when he threw his headgear down and he raised his hand, and it just was a mix-up on the scoreboard on the points, and we do apologize. It was Berger who won that 132-pound match. So our sincerest apologies. Meanwhile, we go to 145, and again, we have to wait for the 138, the other 138-pound semifinal to be finished. And when we do get going, it's going to be Nick Palumbo of Lenape Valley, who's the #1 seed, by the way, and undefeated at 47-0. He was third in New Jersey at 145 last season. And he'll be going up against Joe Casey of Bound Brook, who is 34-6. Casey, the #4 seed. So it'll be #1 seed Palumbo against #4 seed Casey. So here we go at 145. We are ready to go. Nick Palumbo of Lenape Valley, who is the #1 seed coming in. He won by technical fall in his first bout by decision 9-6 over Evan Fissler of Washington Township in his second, and 7-3 by decision of Nick O'Connor, Southern Regional. And then Joe Casey of Bound Brook from that great wrestling power in Somerset County, who came in as the #4 seed. And he won by decision 4-0 in his first bout, 8-4 in his second over Stanley Boljic of Middletown North, and won, of course, in the quarterfinals. He's 34-6 on the year. So it's Palumbo, Lenape Valley, Casey, Bound Brook. And we're just really underway here in the first period. 1:19 remaining.
Nick Palumbo in that underhook, that over-under right now. Actually, it looks like it's double unders. Casey doesn't want to get pushed out twice in a row. He's got a circle, and he gets pushed back out. Nice snap down by Casey. Oh, nice shot. Beautiful. Nice high crotch. Came in there with that underhook. And can he finish right here? He's over both legs on Palumbo, but can he finish? Palumbo has a real tight, it's almost, well, actually he's shelved it. Wow. That looked like 2 for Casey and did not give it to him. But with that said, let me say something. Been around the country, done. Last week I was doing the Penn State-Oklahoma State match in Oklahoma State. Have seen some nice little go-around by Palumbo. But getting back to what I was saying is these referees here in New Jersey are top-notch. Top-notch. Looks like Joe Casey. Looks like Casey.
Casey, rather, is shaken up. Joe Casey of Bound Brook rolled out of the circle.
Let's hope he's okay.
He heads back in.
Nice little snap down, go behind by Palumbo to put the first 2 points on the board.
So Palumbo up 2-0.
Looks to me like Joe Casey looked like he was nursing that knee a little bit coming back to the middle, and looked like he was in a little bit of pain, didn't move much.
Second period about to begin. And Palumbo with a 2-0 advantage, trying to remain undefeated on the year. Looking for victory number 48.
Nice mat return. Oh, can he get this cross wrist tilt? Casey, nice high leg over. You know, Palumbo, the way he finished with that, you know, Casey had that leg, but he high-legged over hard, and he put that pressure on those shoulders, and Casey gave it up. But nice reversal by Palumbo. Palumbo's wrestling a very solid match here.
So it's 4-0. A minute 30 left here in this second period.
Nice, got that leg in and cracked that hip and is getting back points, getting his 3 back points on Casey. Palumbo just under a minute here in the second period, and Palumbo's going to be up 7-0 as soon as they come to criteria, and Casey tries to come back the other way, and it works. Sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes you coming back the other way, the guy catches you and sticks you, but Casey did it real quickly, and he got out of that position, which could have been a pin. And he comes back over, cracks the hip again, and with this, he's going to be up 10-0, Palumbo.
Hey, he's trying to get the fall here. And Casey rolls out of it. But more back points, 10-0.
I think something is wrong with Casey's groin. I really think he pulled his groin or something's wrong. It's taped, and every time he gets a leg in, Palumbo, Casey goes right over. You know, let's give him a lot of credit for holding on. It's 13-0, but I could tell that Casey's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he's trying to fight through it, but right now it doesn't. I'm not even sure. He doesn't look like.
Yeah, I think he pulled his groin in a previous match because it's been taped up the whole match. On that first scramble out of bounds, he pulled up in pain and he was holding that in that area. He's been limping, and here Palumbo is really taking it to him. He's up 13-0. Gets one more turn, the match is over. You know, if it is an injury, which it looks pretty much, self-explanatory out there, your heart goes out to Joe Casey. You know, you get to the semifinals of states, and there he goes cracking that hip again. And just can't do anything. You know, usually I'm sure Casey would fight that off. And he tech falls. Palumbo, very solid win. 16-0 tech fall for Palumbo, but feel kind of bad for Casey. It's obviously he's in a lot of pain and fought through an injury.
A lot of guts by Casey, huh? To
no doubt about it.
Get back out there and wrestle. But Palumbo wins by technical fall at 145 pounds. He goes to 48-0 on the year. Well, here we go, 152 pounds. Michael O'Malley for Hasbrouck Heights. He's 39-3. He's in the orange and the black. And Shane Griffith of Bergen Catholic in the gold and the red. Griffith, as we said, 38-2, a two-time state champ. He's won it at two different weight classes, 132 and 138. And also, as we mentioned, in case you're just tuning in, he is headed to Stanford to wrestle there for the Cardinal. Meanwhile, O'Malley, the number 3 seed, he won by fall. He pinned in 1 minute and 12 seconds in his first round matchup. And then also pinned Declan Ward of Ultapan in 3 minutes and 56 seconds. And then won by technical fall against Avery Donardi of Holy Cross. Shane Griffith, he won by pin in his first round in 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Won by technical fall in his second round. And then by decision, 9-3 over Dominic Fano of Montville.
Griffith in on that single leg. I mean, he hit a very nice shot to the right side. And as soon as O'Malley went into a situation where he defended it, it was beautiful because Griffin came immediately over there and hit his second shot, and that's where he got onto that left leg. But O'Malley stays strong. Could have given it up a couple of times, stays strong, does not give it up, defends real well, and they come back up neutral with a little under a minute left in this first period, Lou.
So we go 50 seconds left in the first. No score here between O'Malley of Hasbrouck Heights and Shane Griffith of Bergen Catholic. 35 seconds left. – 20 seconds left here in the period. And still no score. And this period will end scoreless.
Solid first period by both wrestlers. It gives you a little indication of why they're here. They're very, very talented, and you know O'Malley's hanging in there with Griffith.
So O'Malley on top here to begin period number 2. The crowd roaring for the other semifinal that's taking place.
O'Malley riding tough right here. But Griffith gets in. Ken O'Malley has to shove him forward, has to use his legs, pull him over the leg. And basically what Griffith has to do here is get that head under that leg. Try to get it under like he's doing right there. And head and chest high. Get some height right there.
Minute 15 left.
Doesn't want to give this up right now, O'Malley. Doesn't want to give this up. Doesn't want to give this up right here. This is big. He's got just about a minute. If he can get a stalemate here, that's the best he could ask for. And that's what happens.
You got a minute 2 left in the second period.
Everybody's been speaking about Stephen Glasgow versus Shane Griffith in the finals. That was only Griffith's only 2 losses was to Glasgow. But you know what? Michael O'Malley is wrestling real tough right here, and he's trying to keep that leg, trying to hold on, getting a stalemate again. And let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can hold that leg long enough to get a stalemate.
Well, 25 seconds left in the second. Still no score. Neither wrestler's been able to garner a point yet.
Looks like he's in a note. There's no neutral awarded. Stalemate. Wow.
15 seconds left here.
Well, he actually gave him the 1 neutral, so that was good. I thought he called a stalemate with Griffin with the front headlock. My jaw was dropped, but 10 seconds left. Let's see what could happen right here in the third period. I could bet you dollars to donuts that O'Malley's going to take down here in the third period and try to tie it up 1-1.
Well, 1-0. Griffith up by 1 point. As we go to period number 3.
You know, getting back to what everybody wanted to believe that would be the finals, Glasgow versus Griffith, you know, the big matchup between 2 returning state champs. Both of them right now are on barn burners right now. You know, both of them are, 1-point matches, 4-3, for Glasgow and 1-0, 1-1 for Griffith. Let me tell you, this weight class is stacked, Lou, is stacked. To have this kind of talent, having 2 returning state champs in the matches of their lives right now, in the barn burners, just to get to the finals, it just goes to show you the depth. New Jersey just doesn't have 1 or 2 good guys in each weight. They are deep. They have 4, 5, 6 guys that can all win it and all are capable of winning a state title. And this is one of those weight classes at 152 that's a perfect example of that.
Well, meanwhile, here we're tied 1-1 here. O'Malley of Hasbrook Heights and Griffith of Bergen Catholic. Already had 1 overtime match here that we've seen here tonight. And could we be heading towards another? Tied at 1 here.
O'Malley working hard, almost had that little sneaky little slide by. Maybe if he would have stuck in a leg there, would have had a Merkel and could have scored a quick 2. But he's working, he's trying to score here at a 1-1 match. 20 seconds left. This is going to probably go to overtime unless something big happens right now in the next 15 seconds.
Well, 2 seconds, 1, and we're going to OT. O'Malley and Griffith. And
great
somewhat
match.
of a surprise. I'm sure Michael O'Malley's not surprised. But as we said, Griffith coming in the favorite.
It looks like Griffith sort of hit a wall a little bit towards the end of that third period. And you know what? Right now, O'Malley's backing him out. He's the aggressor. He's working hard. He wants to get to that state finals. And I give him a lot of credit going up against a very, very tough Shane Griffith, who's the returning state champ. Oh, nice shot. Let's see if O'Malley can hang on right now. Nice shot by Griffith on that leg, on that single leg. Nice defense, nice.
20 seconds left in OT. And both wrestlers out. With 12 seconds left.
What a match. What a match. Hey, you know what's funny? just before the match, I was thinking, O'Malley has had a great tournament. And Griffith, obviously, like everybody says, oh, the favorite is this guy, the favorite's that guy. Griffith was the favorite, returning state champ. Nobody would deny that. But you know what? The tournament that O'Malley has had, and how, he's just like tunnel vision. He wants to get to that finals, and he's wrestled like it.
Well, timeout here as we go to double overtime. Meanwhile, there's quite a match going on in the other semifinal. Stephen Glasgow, of course, was the big favorite there.
That was a great match over the other
Glasgow
semifinal.
does win. So he'll head to the final. Meanwhile, still 1-1 here.
Now wrestling a 170-pound wrestling back.
10 seconds left.
He's got to hold on for 5 seconds. 5 more seconds, and O'Malley has ridden him out. And let me tell you something. No points. Now let me tell you what the dynamic is. O'Malley's going to go down. If O'Malley gets out in 30 seconds, guess what? Griffin just lost. Now, he needs to ride him out for 30 seconds. Then we're going to go out to the ultimate sudden victory ride out. But right. O'Malley gets out, it's over. But he has to keep wrestling for the 30 seconds. Can't just get out and it's not right over. He still has to keep wrestling that whole 30 seconds.
Down to 15 seconds.
Eight seconds. O'Malley has to explode on the bottom, has to get a quick. He's only got 8 seconds. If he can get out in 8 seconds, he beats Shane Griffith. If he doesn't, we go to that sudden ride out. And I believe Griffin has choice because he scored first.
And we'll go. 1-1, still the score.
Griffith looks gassed. He looks really tired.
So let's see. Griffith on the bottom.
He has 30. Now, let me tell you, this is it. This is it, Lou. If Shane Griffith gets out, he wins. If O'Malley holds him, he wins. He's got that side headlock. He has to hold on. Oh, and he wins the match. It's as simple as that. You get out, you win. You hold him, you win. What a match for Shane Griffith.
Wow.
O'Malley, Michael O'Malley, what an unbelievable performance. Takes the returning state champ to sudden victory right out at the end there. We've got a lot of credit to Michael O'Malley. What a great job. You know what? We'll see. Let's see if O'Malley comes back and takes third.
So Griffith moves on to the final. And just as predicted, it'll be Glasgow and Griffith tomorrow in that final. Then it'll be some final tomorrow at 152.
Unbelievable. Well, the stage is set. The stage is set right now for that big showdown.
So here we go to 160. Now, this is going to be Mecky Lewis of Bound Brook.
Mackay, is it Mackay, you think?
Mackay, yeah, excuse me.
Mackay Lewis.
Bound Brook 44-0, going up against Michael Petit of Piscataway, who's 39-3. Petit was the fullback on the Piscataway football team, and also has done an outstanding job wrestling, of course. Lewis is headed to Virginia Tech. He won at 145 last year. He's won 74 consecutive bouts, and the last 24 have been by pin or technical fall.
Wow. Wow, that's why I love working with you, because you're like a walking encyclopedia, Lou.
So Lewis, undefeated 44-0, 74 straight wins. The number 1 seed, won by pin 3 minutes and 21 seconds in his first bout, 3 minutes and 21 seconds in his second bout, and 3 minutes and 35 seconds in his third bout over Matthew Garrity of Lacey. Meanwhile, Petit's been a big surprise. The number 5 seed, major decision 13-3, decision 5-2 over Nick Cafone of Middletown North, and decision 6-1 over Jake Maxwell of Buena Regional.
Well, while you were telling all the statistics, just to give you an idea of how dominant Makai Lewis is, he got 2 takedowns and cut Pettit twice already, or Petit. You saying that correctly, Petit?
Yeah, Mike Petit of Piscataway and Makai Lewis of Bound Brook. Lewis looking for his 45th win this year and his 75th straight win.
Wow. Very explosive, Makai Lewis.
He's up 4-2. 30 seconds left here in this first period. We've already have more points in this first period, of course, than we had in the entire last match at 152.
That's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes guys are, just real explosive like Makai Lewis, and he's going to score a lot of points, or he's going to try to put up a lot of points. Even if he's not scoring, there's a lot of action, and he gets in on that double, and he finishes again. Nice double leg by Makai Lewis.
So it's 6-2. Of course, Lewis out of that Bound Brook wrestling program. They sent 7 wrestlers to Atlantic City this year. The only school to send more was Bergen Catholic, who sent 10.
And they always say, you usually get good wrestlers or very good wrestlers in teams, in pairs. Guys that work out together every day, guys that help each other and train together, that are around the same weight. And the same thing has happened in Bound Brook. Stephen Glasgow, 152-pounder. His workout partner is who? Makai Lewis at 160. So these guys wrestle together every day in the room, get each other better, and that's why these guys are doing as well as they are.
So Lewis is up 6-2.
Cuts.
And the winner of this match is going to get either Chris Foca of Bergen Catholic or Kyle Cochran of Paramus. That's a terrific matchup as well in the other semifinal.
Cochran is a hammer.
Bergen County champ Cochran, 42-1. He won last year at 160 pounds, the defending champ. He defeated Kyle Beardumful of Don Bosco last year for that championship. So they've got a good one going on the other mat. Meanwhile, the score is 6-3 here with a minute remaining in the second period.
Beardumful was nationally ranked, and Cochran knocked him off last year in the state title, for the state title.
44 seconds left in the second period. Kai Lewis up 6-3. 30 seconds left in the second.
Nice swing single. Let's see if, yes, he does fit. I was just going to let's see if Malik Lewis can take him to the mat and get those 2 points. It's crazy. Makai Lewis has really dominated this match, on his feet. But because he keeps cutting Michael Petit, the score is 8-3. It's in striking distance for Petit to come up with a big move or get a takedown. He gets a takedown. He's only down by 3 points. The strategy going into a match with somebody as talented as a Makai Lewis is, let's keep it as close as we can. Let's take it into deep waters, and let's see if we can get something at the end. And Michael Petit is doing a really good job against a very, very solid Makai Lewis.
Well, Lewis up 8-3. Crusaders also already have a wrestler in the final, and that, of course, is Glasgow, who will go at 152 tomorrow. It's 9-3 now, the score, with 1:40 remaining in the third period.
Nice front headlock by Makai Lewis. Let's see if he'd score. Looks like Michael Petit's trying to use that little fade-out drag. Couldn't get it. Makai Lewis takes him out of bounds, and score of 9-3 right now. If Makai Lewis can get another takedown, he wins by major decision. And let me tell you how that affects team score. If you have 4 or 5 guys that are in the mix for a state title or place winners, if you have guys from, perfect example, Makai Lewis and Glasgow, you get a major decision or a tech fall or a pin. Those add on to your team scores. You get 2 extra team points for a pin, 1.5 points for a tech fall, and a point for a major decision. Now, if you're fighting for a state title as a team,
Right.
those points could basically add up. Those bonus points could actually add up to give you almost another place winner for the points that you could score on bonus points. So if he gets a major, it could help their team on team score.
Well, he's up 9-3 here.
Right now, Michael Petit, you know, he's got to look for something big. He's got to look for something big here, because you're not going to do with just about a minute left in the match. You're not going to go 1s and 2s, 2s and 1s with Makai Lewis. Right there, he gets taken down again. You got to go for something big. Right now, we're at a major decision. Cuts him, takes him out of a major decision. So let's see if he can get another takedown and get that back. But right now, Michael Petit should be looking for something big.
It's 11-3 the score. 11-4 now as Petit gets a point. 11-4 with 35 seconds left.
Oh, big headlock by Makai Lewis. Let's see if he can get the pin right here. 20 seconds. Oh, gets off his back. That was big.
Nice job by Petit to fight there. But it's 16-4, the score. And this is going to be a big win for Makai Lewis. And he wins in impressive fashion, 16-4. And he remains undefeated on the season. He goes to 45-0, the Virginia Tech recruit. And you can see why why he's going to be a college wrestler. Outstanding. This is 170 pounds. So it is Brian McLaughlin of Woodbridge. Had a great year for the Barons, 46-1 on the year for them. And he won by a pin in just 13 seconds in his first round matchup. And then 12-3. He was 4th last season at 160 and as the number 3 seed. And won by major decision 12-3 and pin again. So he's got 2 pins here in these in this tournament in Atlantic City. As we said, 46-1. And Bill Janzer of Delsea had a pin in his first round matchup. Then by major decision 19-9. And then by technical fall. So Janzer ranked number 20 nationally. He's at number 9, McLaughlin.
McLaughlin's number 9.
Number 9,
you got two nationally ranked kids here. You got McLaughlin, who's number 9, and like you had mentioned, Janzer, who's number 20. So, think about all the people that wrestle in the country. You think, oh, he's ranked 20th in the country. That's big-time stuff right there. You got two nationally ranked kids wrestling, and let me tell you something. It all goes down to who's better, who wants it, and who can perform and execute. A lot of guys, when you get to this level, Lou, a lot of guys know the moves. They know the single leg. They know the double legs. They know the snap downs. They know the go-behinds. They know legs. They know it's who can execute at this level, who can execute during these matches, who wins and pulls it off.
Well, McLaughlin, outstanding wrestler in the Greater Middlesex Conference, a champion there. And Janzer, out of another great South Jersey program in Delsey. There's no score here with 28 seconds remaining in this first period. This is 170 pounds.
Janzer has that leg up. Let's see if he can finish here. Right now, he needs to pull him all the way to the center. Don't play on the edge. Pull him all the way to the center. Don't go on the edge. I would take him right back to this might be the only chance that he has to get. See, my belief on something like that is you got a guy's leg up. McLaughlin, it's not easy to get to his legs. You get to his legs, pull him all the way back to the middle, and work on that finish.
Well, second period to begin. Scoreless here between Woodbridge's Brian McLaughlin and Delsey's Bill Janzer. Janzer 45-2 on the year. McLaughlin 46-1. Bill Janzer, by the way, the second seed in this tournament, and McLaughlin the third seed. So you would expect these two to be here in this position.
WrestleMatch round 4. Jake Maxwell, Buno, wins in the ultimate tiebreaker over Matthew Galara of Hasbrook Heights. Ultimate tiebreaker.
And at 42 left here in this second period.
Holy Spirit wins by fall over Matthew Garrity of Lacey. Time of fall, 4 minutes, 26 seconds. Santino Marina, Paulsboro.
Now, both these wrestlers, I know you read it off on how they got to this point, but both these wrestlers have been dominant on their path to the semifinal.
Breaker number 1, score 2-1.
McLaughlin, as we said, 2 pins in this tournament. And Janzer with a pin and a technical fall.
Nice match here between these two very skilled wrestlers.
Results in the 160-pound weight class, WrestleBack round 4. Andrew Myers, Tom's River East, wins by decision over Blaine Shade of Timber Creek.
45 seconds left in the second.
8-1.
Dominic Mandarino and Aiden Monteverde of Seton Hall. Mandarino of Don Bosco going in the other semifinal matchup. Mandarino, the number 1 seed.
Who's a total stud, Mandarino.
And the second period comes to an end. So we go to period number 3. 1-0 the score. On top this time is McLaughlin.
Oh, nice little standing switch attempt by Janzer. May have hurt McLaughlin's shoulder a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he's a little shaken up, but he gets back in there. Minute 40 left. Points hard to come by in this one.
We've seen that a lot, you know, in these semifinals. We've had a couple of matches, two or three that were, you know, kind of determined right away. You know, we had a tech fall, we had a pin, we had one that was by points. But I would say for the majority, these matches are very tight. These guys are very well matched up and very skilled. Everybody that's wrestled in these semifinals so far that we've had the privilege to watch. McLaughlin just cuts him, ties it up, 1-1. Janzer, here we go. We got a minute 20 here, Lou. This is for all the marbles here. Minute 15 left, third period, 1-1. Who's going to pull it off, McLaughlin or Janzer?
£170 bout right here.
This match is so close. A takedown could win it right here. Whoever gets the next takedown could be going to the finals. Nice shot by McLaughlin. Nice shot. Can he finish on Janzer? Janzer has to be very careful on the edge. Has to post on that head. Oh, almost hit an ankle pick.
Back in.
Oh, that was, let me tell you something. Janzer dodged a bullet right there. He was on the edge, and McLaughlin's foot went out, or he was in trouble. He had his leg up real high.
You saw McLaughlin desperately trying to pull him back in there. Just not able to do so.
It's funny because Janzer had an opportunity in the first period to take McLaughlin down at the same type of situation, right on the edge, and they both waited. They both put themselves in a situation to possibly get pulled out of bounds or take it out of bounds. So, you know, got 20 seconds left. And let me tell you, this is where that first point being scored is so important. With Janzer hits a nice throw by on that underhook. Nice kick out by McLaughlin. But this is where that first point being scored is so important. Just like the Griffith match. You get down to that sudden victory right in time. Usually guys will go down and they'll get out in 30 seconds. So it's your choice in the sudden victory. So here we 5 seconds left. We're heading to another overtime here, Lou.
Here we go into OT. Both wrestlers again go out. 47 seconds left in the first OT.
First OT, those of you who are watching at home, first OT is 1 minute on your feet, neutral position, and then the next 2:30 seconds are on the mat, top or bottom. And then if it's still tied after that, then you go to that sudden victory, who you get choice, you get out, you win, you ride them, you win. So this is a big opportunity. If you're solid on your feet, it's a big opportunity to ice it and put it out of, and just put it and get the win. Oh, nice slide by. Can Janzer step over and get that? And he gets it. He wins. Janzer comes up big and is going to the finals. Good job to finish that real quick with about 15 seconds left on the clock.
Bill Janzer wins by decision, 3-1 in overtime. So Janzer goes to the championship. So Delsey's Janzer improves to 46-2 on the year. Huge win for him. So we go to 182 pounds. Now this is an interesting matchup. There's a lot of stories involved at 182. First of all, it's LJ Castellano of Del Barton going up against Sam Wustefeld of Scotch Plains Fanwood. Wustefeld, a huge surprise to be here. The number 9 seed for the Raiders. And he's 44-3 on the year. And Castellano at 35-8, the number 5 seed. So you got the number 5 seed against the number 9 seed here in the semifinals. Now, Nick, when I mentioned there's a lot of stories here at 182, Brandon Quee of DePaul, he is out. He was the favorite coming in, but hurt his lower back. 28-2. His only losses were in the Beast of the East. He's headed to Columbia, and he's the defending champ, so he could not wrestle. And then Shane Sosinski of Northern Highlands, who was the number 2 seed, became the number 1 seed, and he was beaten by Westerveld of Scotch Plains Fanwood. He pinned him in 7 minutes and 52 seconds. So that's a huge upset victory for Westerveld of Scotch Plains Fanwood.
We'll tell you, Westerveld, I mean, it's always an upset to the people that are, the critics and the media and people that see it on paper. But I'm sure it wasn't an upset for Westerveld. Westerveld obviously believed he was talented enough. He's got a 44-3 record. He's a stud in his own right. And you know what? He did. He performed and he executed and he did what he needed to do to get to the semifinals. And great job by him in the quarterfinals against the number 1 seed. I mean, what can you say?
Meanwhile, LJ Castellano has had a terrific year. He's 35-8, but he's wrestling perhaps his best at this point in the season. Had a pin in his first round matchup here and then won by decision. So he's wrestling well for the Green Wave of Del Barton. And there's no score here with 10 seconds remaining in this first period at 182 pounds. And remember the win by Westerveld over Sosinski. Sosinski, that was only his second loss in the last 2 years.
Wow.
Bergen County champ. So
wow.
That's how big of a win that was for Westerveld.
That's unbelievable. Great job by Westerveld to get here. But this is his moment. This is both of these guys' moment. You got Castellano, who has, as we start up the second period here, and we get an escape right now by LJ Castellano, but this is their moment. Castellano has 8 losses during the season. In all sense of purposes, he's not supposed to be here. Westerveld's this is their moment. This is their shining moment. If they can pull this off and get to the state finals, I mean, this is something that you tell your grandkids about when you get older.
Well, it's 1-0 right now. LJ Castellano, with that escape, gets the 1 point. So with 1:25 remaining in the second period, he has the lead. And you're down to 1:06 now left in the second. .50 seconds left. Here's some of the cheering. And there are other matches going on beyond the semifinals. A lot of wrestlebacks going on different mats that are adjacent to the semifinal mats.
So fun to watch those matches. When you're watching it, obviously you got the semifinals, which is big. The winners are going to the finals, so it's very, very important matches. It's exciting matches. But you have to see some of the other matches going on in this building. You have guys fighting for their lives, Lou. They're either going home with no hardware or they're going home as a state place winner. So everything's on the line for these guys. And a nice takedown for LJ Castellano and picks up that lead 3-0 on Westerveld.
And we go to the third period. Castellano with a 3-0 lead.
I want to know the 8 guys that beat Castellano. This guy's a stud.
So we go to the third period. The winner of this will get either Dominic Monero of Queen of Peace or George Walton of Bound Brook, who is the Somerset County champ. That's going on. That match is occurring in the other semifinal. If Walton should win that, by the way, you would then have 3 wrestlers from Bound Brook in the finals tomorrow.
And that's what I was talking about. Bound Brook could be in the hunt for a team title. I have to look at the team scores, but I know Don Bosco, the normal teams that are always real tough in this tournament, obviously are in the mix. But, hey, having 3 guys in the finals is, I don't care what state tournament, New York, New Jersey, whatever. You have 3 guys in the finals. I mean, you're in the hunt.
Remember, Glasgow won his match. He's in. And Lewis won his.
Yep.
Attention wrestlers.
Let's see if George Walton. Could you imagine being in that room? Glasgow, Mackay Lewis, George Walton. I mean, those guys are studs. I'd hate to do a scrimmage with them and a practice with them and not really know what was going on and walk into that room and their weight. Oh, my goodness.
Well, 30 seconds left in this one here between Castellano and Westerfeld. And it's 3-1.
Got his escape, so here we go. He's got 30 seconds to tie this thing up.
He still has a shot.
Yeah, no doubt. And he needs to work hard, and he needs to pull this off here. He needs to pull this off after a big, big win against Sosinski.
And he's going for it. But time is not an ally of his as both wrestlers are out. Just 15 seconds left now. Yeah, both wrestlers out again with 7 seconds left.
Right now, his coach needs to be flipping out. All he's got to do is stay in good position, get his hands low, and let me tell you something. Oh, and he scores with 2 seconds left. Westerfeld scores with 2 seconds left. Oh,
wow.
My goodness. He ties it up, Lou. Unbelievable. They're going to overtime right now. With 7 seconds left, his coach looked at him and just said, listen, even if you give up a stall point, it's 3-2. I mean, I cannot believe Westerfeld. He continues to go up against impossible odds.
Well, he has tied it at 3.
This could be one of the most exciting finishes in regulation of the semifinals.
Meanwhile, the other semifinal is also in overtime. They're tied at 5.
Unbelievable.
Walton and Monero.
Unbelievable, these 2 semifinal matches at 182.
So 33 seconds left here between Castellano and Scotch Plains Fanwood's Sam Westerfeld, who is trying to continue a miracle run to the finals as a 9 seed.
We're in Atlantic City. And thank God I didn't bet you just now and make a wager that AJ Castellano was going to the finals, because I would have bet on that. I would have taken that bet.
Well, we're going to go into 2 seconds left. Looks like we're going to go into double OT.
Here we go.
And we do. We go into double overtime.
And Westerfield chooses down. He got right out on AJ Castellano in that, I believe it was the 3rd period. So let's see if he gets right out. Nice. He gets nice to his hips real quick, gets that inside control, and gets his point right away. So now if I'm Castellano, I'm going after him and trying to score right here. Absolutely. Nice shot by Castellano, but backs on out when Westerfield stops it. It looks like the momentum is in Westerfield's favor right now.
4-3.
You could see the frustration on the coaches of Dale Barton. I'm sure they believe they shouldn't even be in this position right now. Here we go. This is the second ride-out situation in overtime. So now, if Westerfield can hold him, he can win this match. Oh, a reversal would be really, really big right here and could win it also for Castellano.
15 seconds left.
Let me tell you something. Forget that. Now Castellano needs to get out. He just put himself in a bad situation, and Westerfield's going to hold on and get this win.
Wow. What a win for Sam Westerfeld of Scotch Plains Fanwood. the number 9 seed headed to the championship, headed to the final tomorrow. And his sensational run continues as he beats Sosinski and now Castellano.
Let me tell you, Castellano had it in his grasp. 7 seconds left. I feel horrible for him. I really do. You know, he gets taken down with 2 seconds remaining on the clock in regulation. Then he's almost in a reversal situation, Lou. And instead of just breaking apart and getting that separation to get that 1 point, he stays in there trying to work on that reversal, and gets ridden out by Westerfield and loses in a heartbreaker.
So he wins by decision 4-3. And he heads to the finals tomorrow, and that's quite a story at 182 pounds, the number 9 seed. And he will take on George Walton of Bound Brook, who hangs on and wins by decision in overtime 6-5. So it'll be Walton. So Bound Brook will have 3 wrestlers in the finals tomorrow. Meanwhile, we go to 195. And this should be Kyle Leitner of Delaware Valley. We'll wait for the official call here.
We don't want to make a mistake again.
Well, let's see. Okay, so it is Michael Tollane of Collingwood. Glad I waited. Tollane of Collingwood going up against Sean Lynch of St. Augustine Prep. That's what we've got in our Mat 3. So it's Tollane of Collingwood. He's 40-1 on the year. And Sean Lynch of St. Augustine Prep, who's 24-6. Now, Tollane is a number 8 seed. Lynch is a number 4 seed. And Lynch won by pin, 3 minutes and 7 seconds in his first round bout. 9-8 by decision over Nick Faber of Neptune. And then pinned Connor Agostino of Egg Harbor in 5 minutes and 54 seconds. Tollane won by technical fall in his first round bout. Then by pin, 2 minutes and 56 seconds in against Thomas Rigas of Whippany Park. And he is 40-1 on the year. And the winner of this bout will either get Kyle Leitner of Delaware Valley or Chad Watt of Woodstown tomorrow in the final.
Working on that bar arm.
18 seconds left.
Got that bar arm tight, that bar arm and wrist. Let's see if he can get that turn.
And the first period here is going to come to an end with the score 2-0.
So Lane, nice breakdown. Jump the gun. Second time, that time he got it. First time the official, he blamed that full start on another whistle, which happens all the time in these tournaments. But this one right here, he hit him with that the caution.
So this second period finally gets underway.
Right now, he's got that bar and wrist. Let's see if he can take that big step, but you got to be careful. But, you know, Lynch is tough in that position.
Injury time, 1 second. Now wrestling mat number 5, 185 pounds.
Minute and a half left, period 2. Not much happening here right now. Up.
Oh, nice little
big
mat return.
takedown there.
And he takes him to a back. He's got a reverse half. This could be a big pin. He's got him in a bad situation right now. Nice mat return and immediately capitalized with that reverse half. Can he finish? Got plenty of time. 50 seconds on the clock.
Official's getting a good look, but nothing yet.
Oh, he's in trouble right now. He's got that half Nelson, and he's got it tight.
See Lentz trying to fight for his life there to spin away.
Talaine is tough, 40-1. 24 seconds.
And there it is.
He gets the pin. Nice big pin, and he caught him on the way down. Let me tell you, Michael Talaine is a hammer.
He goes to 41-1 on the year and heads to the final tomorrow at 195. So Asiardi, the number 1 seed coming in at 220, won by major decision 8-0 in his first round. Then by decision 3-0 over Will Ortman of Hopewell Valley. And then defeated Farhan Khan of Carteret. Vic Lacombe of Hunterdon Central coming in as the number 4 seed. Won by pin in his first round. Then by decision 3-1 over Mike Massioli of St. Joe's Hamilton. And by decision 5-4 over Sean O'Malley of Hasbrook Heights. So here we go. Asiardi, 35-2 for Bosco, number 1 seed. And Lacombe of Hunterdon Central, 42-2, 220 pounds.
Just to give you a little background on Asiardi. Asiardi was a Beast of the East champion and beat Malise, who was the number 1 seed, 3-2 in overtime at Beast of the East. So, I mean, and Malise was a state runner-up last year.
And a lot of people thought that Malise out of Phillipsburg was going to get to this point.
Who was
so
the number 2 seed? And
the number 2 seed. He had won 25 of his last 26 matches by pin, 72 career pins, but not to be. He was upset by Zach Del Vecchio of South Plainfield.
And that's why this makes it so interesting for Asiardi. If Asiardi can get past Victor Lacombe, he has a good shot at winning this thing. I mean, you know, really on paper, the only wrestler that could really hang with Asiardi was Malise. But listen, we got 44 seconds here left. Victor Lacombe is wrestling a real good match, keeping it hanging in there, and you know, he's had a great tournament so far, and he has a great record on the year. He's 42-2.
25 seconds left in period 1. No score here at 220 pounds. And period 1 comes to an end. No score between Asiardi, who's had a brilliant career for the Ironmen. Lacombe on top here as we begin this second period.
ACRD gets right out.
Results in the 195-pound weight.
Nice front headlock by ACRD.
Round 4.
Can he score with it?
Miller, Westfield.
Laycomb is strong. Oh, he is very strong. He got out. He was almost dead to rights right there and almost was taken down and just kind of bulled his way out of that.
Joseph McKenzie, the Wall, wins by decision.
So 1-0 the score.
Andy Voorhees. Decision 2-1. Brian Bonino
Minute 10 remaining.
wins by decision over Nick Faber of Epton. Decision
105 left.
Tommy Maxwell, Delsey. In sudden victory number 1 over Josh Lewis of Emerson Park Ridge.
Laycomb sporting, like you said, 42-2 record. You know, listen, he's, you know, we're talking about, I was making a big deal over ACRD. You know, Laycomb, he deserves to be where he is right now, and he's wrestling like it.
35 seconds left in the second period. It's the second to the last bout of the night. Of course, the heavyweight bouts coming up next.
It's been flying by, and you know that just goes to show you when you are working an event and calling an event, Lou, and we've both done events before. When all of a sudden you're coming up towards the end of it, and you don't even realize and how fast it went, it goes to show you the talent and the excitement behind what we're watching here.
Had some great bouts here so far. 10 seconds left.
Nice front headlock. Let's see if he can get this takedown. This would be big. Oh, he goes for that dresser dump. Oh. Laycomb's a beast. Look at him.
Well, we go to the third and final period.
Looks like we're going to be in another barn burner. Something tells me that Laycomb's going to get out here, and we're going to be in another 1-1 match. ACRD's wrestling tough on top. He's riding him good. He's not really trying to turn him, but he's riding him really, really good.
Well, minute 20 left. Points obviously at a premium in this match.
You're not kidding. And it looks like Laycomb's got that leg, and let's see what we can do with it. Let's see if he can come over the top. You don't want to catch that ankle there. You just want to, you actually want to get your opponent on his hip. That's what you want to do in that position. $50 seconds left. ACRD hanging strong. Oh my goodness, he goes for a roll through and gives up 2 points. That's big. That could be the difference between going to the finals right there.
It's 3-0 with 25 seconds left. ACRD gets up, shaking his head. Yeah.
Well, he knows. He knows how tough Laycomb is, and he knows that to get those 2 points and put it up 3-0 with, what was it, 25 seconds left, 30 seconds left. He realizes that could have been the difference, and that now you got people throwing water bottles through him in the crowd. 24 seconds left. He needs to get out and get a takedown, Laycomb.
Trying to go 36-2 the year and head to the finals. $15 seconds left.
10 seconds left.
See Laycomb desperately trying to do something here in the last 10 seconds.
Right now, if you're ACRD, basically just put on your track shoes right here.
Right.
Run around. Don't give him any tie-ups. That's just smart.
And that's it. And he's fired up. How excited is he? Headed to the final.
Big win for him right there.
Pete Aciardi of Don Bosco Prep wins by decision 3-1, and he heads to the finals. He jumps into the arms of his coach. So here we go now.
You know, as we head into this last match, I just want to say I've had a great time working with you, Lou.
Oh, same here.
It's fantastic. You're a true professional, and I really appreciate working with you, pal. It's been fun.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Have a great time tomorrow in the finals. And, of course, my buddy Jimmy Cavallo will be with you. And should be an exciting day of wrestling here tomorrow. Some great, great matches. And we still have one match left here tonight. This is the heavyweight match.
These are the big boys, Lou.
Yeah, Mike Picaro of Sayreville. He's 41-2 on the year. And Alex Lagrippo of Woodbridge is 42-6. And Picaro won his first round match by decision 3-1. His second round by decision 2-0. And then defeated Keith Swartley of Cinnaminson by decision 2-0. Meanwhile, Lagrippo, well, he won his first round match and then won by pin 3 minutes and 46 seconds against Antonio Mercado of Camden Wilson. And then by decision 3-2 against Dylan Diamore of Montgomery. Yep, so these are the big guys, Picaro and Lagrippo. And you got to figure these guys probably have seen each other before, have wrestled against each other, both from the same conference, the Greater Middlesex Conference, Woodbridge and Sayreville. Meanwhile, the other semifinal, Eric Chaconis of Don Bosco going up against Eliza Oliveri of Union City. And very interesting here at 285 that Nick Rivera, Brick Memorial, suffered a concussion in practice. He was 31-0 and unable to participate in this tournament.
That's a shame. That really is, you know, you work 3.5 months to wrestle in this event all year. It doesn't matter what happens prior to this. You could have a couple of losses. You know, this is the one. This is the big one, and it's really upsetting that he didn't have a chance to compete. But, you know, think about Cassiasis, is that how you say his name? And Aciardi, once again, two heavyweights, work out together every day, you know, and it comes in pairs. Champions come in pairs, they say.
Right. So we go to the second period. No score here between these two heavyweights. Coro and Lagrippo. Coro on top.
Comes up with that leg, posts that leg. Ooh, I was just about to say, makes an attempt at getting him back to the mat because I didn't think he would do it. And what does he do? He gets him back to the mat. He's a big boy. Lagrippo.
Coro. Trying to spin Lagrippo around there. See Picaro, he's got a hold of that leg, trying to get Lagrippo down. And a point on the escape. A minute 10 left.
You know, a lot of these heavyweight matches, you're not going to see guys, Lou, go underneath each other and take shots like that. Usually they're going to be up top. They're going to try to use snap downs, go behinds. They're going to try to stay to the outside using swing singles. They don't want to get under one another. They get under one another a lot of times. They can't suck that leg in with the body weight, and they get scored on. So it takes a special heavyweight to be agile enough and have the athletic ability and the strength to go underneath somebody and finish moves. Just about 30 seconds left in the second period. 1-0 for Lucero.
And time is called with 1:20. The clock's still running, not quite sure why.
That's injury time right there.
Yeah.
Injury time, you get 1.5 minutes injury time. And let me tell you what's crucial about this. The first injury time, they give you an opportunity to recover, whatever the case may be, and you have 1.5 minutes to get ready. But if let's just say he calls an injury time again, or there's an injury time again for Lagrippo, it's Lucero's choice. So if Lucero is on top, he could choose bottom and get another point. So that's why it's all kind of strategy. It's all rules. Sometimes you get the benefit of that. It's happened to me in the past as a coach, where we had an injury. We called the second injury timeout. The other guy would have. We were in a 0-0 match on the bottom. Now we're going on top where the guy gets out. Now he beats us 1-0 on an escape. So he's got to be very, very cautious, Lagrippo, to see if he calls. He has to be really injured to call this second timeout now. 35 seconds left here in the second period.
And the score 1-0.
Now wrestling on mat number 5, 140-pound weight class, Michael Kelly, St. Peter's rep.
These two guys going at it.
You can tell these guys are both very good athletes. You know, they move really well for big guys. You know, the weight class is 285. It doesn't quite look like Lucero's 285. Maybe he looks around 240, 250, in between that range. But I would say Lagrippo's, he could be close to 285. He's a big boy. Look at those legs.
And second period comes to an end. So we go to the third period. Lucero goes to the bottom. The winner will take on either Eric Chaconis of Don Bosco or Eliezer Oliveri. And Chaconis, defending champ, by the way, in this weight class. 27 career pins for him, Bergen County champ. And remember, his brother Zach Chaconis was a two-time champ. So Chaconis, he's up 3-2 in his semifinal.
Right now we have a tie score, 1-1, 1:30 left. You know, as Lucero gets his escape.
Minute 20 left.
For a lot of these semifinalists, it's such a good situation, Lou, because, you know, in different state tournaments, you know, you come back, you wrestle the same day of the semifinals, and you have the finals that night.
Right.
Now these guys can relax tonight, don't have to come back tomorrow and wrestle, can enjoy the placing rounds and see everybody place and enjoy it as a fan and relax, go back to the hotel, get a nap, and come back and wrestle 6 minutes tomorrow. It's like a dual meet, 6-minute dual meet tomorrow to be a state champion, and all the pressure's off. If you lose in the semifinals, now you got to go back and you got to wrestle through the consolation. You got to wrestle in the placing rounds to see if you go for third and fourth or fifth and sixth. So, you know, there's a couple more matches involved. So do you take the easy road and win, or do you lose and have to go back into the mix? Oh, this could be big. Oh, we had that front headlock and almost had that go behind Lagrippo. 20 seconds left. We could be heading to another overtime.
Down to 15 seconds now.
Oh,
both wrestlers out with 7 seconds left in the third.
Could you imagine if LaGrippo tossed him to the side and just kind of plopped on his ankles? It would have been 2. Right here, 2 seconds left. We're going to another overtime. Lou, talk about the competitiveness of these guys and how close some of these guys are. It's a shame you can't have 4 finalists.
Meanwhile, in the other semifinal, it was Eric Chakotis of Don Bosco Prep who wins. So he heads to the final and a chance to defend his championship. They're going to make it 2 titles in a row. Question is, who will he be wrestling tomorrow? Will it be Michael Picaro of Sayreville or Alex LaGrippo of Woodbridge?
30 seconds left on their feet in a neutral position. Anybody gets a takedown on this first overtime, Lou, it's over immediately.
$20 seconds left in the
Takes
first
a shot.
18.
Oh, took a shot. LaCaro took a shot and a very good shot. And LaGrippo almost spun behind him for 2 as we come down to just under 10 seconds.
Three seconds left, so certainly looks like we'll be going to that second OT. And we will. So LaGrippo will be on the bottom.
Got his leg up. He's got a LaCaro's got it. Oh, LaCaro almost had him out of bounds. Maybe to eat up some clock there. And now LaGrippo has that 1 point.
And he's up 2-1 with 15 seconds left in this overtime period.
These heavyweight matches always come down, especially if guys are evenly matched, they always come down to the sudden victory. One guy gets out, the other guy gets out, and then whoever scored first usually wins in these types of matches.
But Picaro really looks like a warrior out there, doesn't he? His hair hanging over the front of his face.
He sure does. He sure does. And he gets the 1. Let's see, 2-2. Let's see if somebody's going to score with 20 seconds. If not, we're going to that sudden victory.
So it's 2-2. Five seconds. So 2-2.
Here we go. This is for all the marbles here. Now, what I would do if I was LaCaro, I would just drop to a leg, and I would just literally stall down there. Oh, and he gets out. LaGrippo gets out, and he's going to the state finals.
Oh, LaGrippo with a huge, huge win. LaGrippo from Woodbridge. Alex LaGrippo, the 7th seed, going to the state final.
Great job, and let me tell you, what an event from Boardwalk Hall tonight.
He wins it in a 3-2 decision. And that's it here from Boardwalk Hall. So for Nick Garone, it was a pleasure working with you, buddy.
Same here, pal.
Good luck tomorrow.
Great job, and thank you so much. You did a great job. It was an honor to work with you.
Same here. All right, great night here at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. That's it for the New Jersey State semifinals. Tomorrow, the finals right here. And be sure to tune in tomorrow afternoon.